we've unlocked Mad Cow Disease. We could finish Are You Chicken just by clicking through. Where are we at? We need 9 and we only have 8. Could click through Mad Cow Disease. Or excuse me, we could click through Are You Chicken, and maybe we'll do that. Now that we have EO7, we should be able to click through it easily. So we just did Pure Energy, and now we're going to go back and do Are You Chicken, which is shocking to me because normally I avoid it completely, but we should be fine. And then we would do a deep push in Beast Mode once it's unlocked, because with Fire Breath Potion, it's huge. It's huge. Okay. Would I go to... Oh, yeah, you forgot the most important question. Would you go to see any Extra Life if they asked? Probably. I would have to get a passport. I do not have one. But, you know, I mean, that's more easily doable nowadays than in the past. I've just never needed one. The couple times that I left the country was before anybody really cared about passports. And now it's like, leave the country without a passport? No, you're not allowed to, and you're definitely not going to get back in. That's just show up. They wouldn't turn you. I know we don't do that. Double damage. Okay, this is not the biggest This is not the biggest bang for our buck. I'm gonna go up here. And more favor off of the resets. Completed. Now we look down here because it did open up these. Increase the DPS of all champions by 25% of their base attack cooldown. So this is great, or this is either slow attacks or fast attacks. And this is ultimate cooldowns. I don't care about this. Jarlaxle is a 5-second cooldown champion, and he's my DPS currently. So I would want heavy hitters. So we're going to pump that up. So now we got, now we got a lot more multipliers. We got 650% up here, 300% here, and we're going to grab that double damage. Should let us push deeper now on the next deep run we get, along with the favor that we earned that'll help us go quicker. But this is our full formation now. This is all we're going to get on this, but it's not going to matter. We're just going to level up Jarlaxle, and we're just going to click through this. We clicked through to 75, basically, almost. We got clicked through to 70 just with click damage with EO6 favor. We'll definitely be able to do it with EO7. Did we get anything in the collections complete? Yes. Obtained 15 Grand Tour blessings. Thank you. Obtained 31 Grand Tour blessings. Thank you. Okay. So I got a lot of gems. Got 3,000 now. 3,000 would let me buy a chest. I know better. I know better than to do this, because here's the thing. Astral Level Emergence doesn't even have any champions I own in it. Illithid is just Celeste or Minsk, and a bunch of other champions I don't own. Supply chests would give me consumables, which are good, but they're not 2,500 gems good. Okay? They're just not. Motor component chests are great. I don't have any Modrons. So saving up for stuff up here is the better option. Ultimately, I'm probably just going to... There isn't anything here that's going to help me as a new player. None of these are going to really help me as a new player. If I had picked up Dynaheir in the event, even that wouldn't be worth it. It's still going to be here when I save up enough. Hold on. I got some gems though, right? Yes. 650 gives me a Taylor Swift of chests. That's 13, folks. 13. All right, 2 more greens. That's really what we're hunting for, is the greens. But it's also giving us duplicates on other stuff, which is good. Also got some more potions. Oh, nice. Got more hour-long potions except for the gold find one. Ugh, which is the one I really wanted. We need more gold find ones. But, yeah. We got more champ damage ones, a couple health, a bunch of click damage ones. That's good. That's good. Whispers chat, why is it 13? That's her favorite number. It's just it's a thing. 13. Yeah. She loves doing things like making secret stuff with revolving around the number 13, and that's her favorite number. So it's a Taylor Swift. It's a 13. Which is better than the old 13. 13 also in certain areas is the 13th letter of the alphabet is M, is 13 in the not so great way. We used to get tattooed on people to represent La M, or the Mexican Mafia. It's been a while since, I don't know if that's still a thing. Yeah. Taylor Swift taking 13 back for everything. 13 months with no. Although that would be a good average. I mean, sure, why not? But no, that's not really how that works. I mean, arguably, most relationships don't even last 13 months when you're young and you're trying to figure out what you're looking for. So that would be a great average. And that's for a 13, but they drew a 31. Yes. Yes. I've heard that song a lot lately. I've been listening to 90s playlists. Yeah. So you've learned all sorts of things. Hey, we're educational and not just for idle champions. Do I need any other notes here? I think we're good. Trying to keep a bunch of like notes for not only for updating my new player reference, but also potentially for making other guides in the future as well. Just tracking data that I didn't track before. It should make a lot of guides a lot better. Yeah, let me read. We should be able to get through the rest of this. I will finish this on stream, and then that'll be probably it for today. Tomorrow we'll be back over on the CNA Games channel for the tutorial show. We're going to be talking about the collections, the new collections rework. For anybody who hasn't seen it. And then in the afternoon we'll be back with more of this. So we'll pick up where we left off, where we leave off today. So we should be able to finish, Arya Chicken. So tomorrow should be coming back and doing, let's see, we're at 8 currently. We'll be at 9, and we need, 11? Yes, 11. So we'll be at 9 after this, and we'll do Beast Mode as a deep push for Favor, so that'll get us to 10. And then we can probably just click kill our way through Mad Cow Disease for 11 and dive into Terror in the Dark. That's if it actually takes 11. In the past, I could start Terror in the Dark with like 10. I don't know why, but it did. We'll see what happens. We'll see if that's still a glitch you can take advantage of. Only did enough variants to unlock Rhea. Nice, Chaos. Rhea's cool. She's still kind of niche. Ironically, like a fantastic DPS to use her with is Binwin. Whoops. Is the best thing to say there. I want to take out Bruno here, and I want to add in Hitch, because Hitch as another rogue gives us more gold find in this formation, and this formation is all about gold, killing with clicks, which needs gold. So, but yeah, I don't know what other champion. A lot of champions have come out since Rhea came out, and Rhea did get a rework that made her better. Binwin is still kind of someone who is both lawful and good, is still the best combination of a DPS for her. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if you've already finished Elturel's Last Stand, you can do Rhea's unlock pretty easy. Like, difficulty-wise, it shouldn't be an issue. When will we have a Swift Super Bowl halftime show? I mean, I heard she turned that down last year. I heard they wanted her last year, long before she ever started dating a player. And she said no. I think because she was going to be on tour. So I think she'd need to not be on a world tour that's super successful to then play a Super Bowl show. I mean, I'd say if she continues dating a football player, there's a better chance than there ever was for that to happen. Can you imagine football fans finding Swifties for a ticket? Right? Like if she was going to do the Super Bowl halftime show, football fans everywhere would be upset because Taylor Swift fans would be buying tickets to the Super Bowl just for the halftime show. Usher used it to launch his tour. Yeah, and Beyonce had an ad that she basically existed pretty much just to launch her album, like announce her album. So yeah, people, are going to take that opportunity for everything they can, and they're going to do it if it's going to be a wasted opportunity. Rihanna announced never. I don't know about that. Basically, Rihanna going was she used that to promote one of her companies. I think it was her makeup company. Yeah, I mean, ultimately she got paid to advertise for her brand. I mean, hey, yeah, go for it. So yeah, everybody's using their Super Bowl appearances to make some money and not just be like, oh, I'm going to sing in front of a big audience, because they do that all the time already. Remember what evergreen I should work to next? I don't know which ones you have. I don't know what, I don't know, like, yeah. I mean, I have, yeah, it's not. After Rhea, my guide isn't helpful because you're in the mid game, and I didn't do a mid game guide. But I mean, usually after Descent into Avernus, you're in Icewind Dale, so you'd then work on Xeraphon, and then you're in Wild Beyond the Witchlight, and you'd work on Blushi, and then you're in Light of Xerixis, and you get Commodore Crux. I just do them all in order. They're not necessarily all super amazing. I mean, Xeraphon people don't necessarily like. Blushi has use case scenarios. Commodore Crux, use case scenarios. Xeraphon and Rhea. Yeah, just going in order tends to be fine. Because here's the thing, each of the campaigns was developed in order, and their difficulty is in an ascending order. As you go down the list, they get more difficult. The only thing that has a difficulty curve inside of it is Sword Coast. But the evergreen there is early. It's Dritz. That's what we're targeting right now. We're just not. We haven't even got off the first adventure node yet. But we're gonna go and we're gonna unlock Dritz, and then we'll go to Tomb of Annihilation. But stepping down through each of them is kind of the best way to go. And each one, except for the newest, Turn of Fortune's Wheel, doesn't have an evergreen yet, but it will eventually. And Tomb of Annihilation has two. It's the odd one out. It's the exception to every rule. The rule that we have, like there's one hard, fast rule of Idle Champions that is always right, and that's that there's an exception to every rule. So kind of the rule of one evergreen per campaign is broken in Tomb of Annihilation. But I think they thought early on maybe that they'd be able to do 2 evergreens per campaign, and then they just realized they just couldn't fit that into the schedule. Night, Niscus. That would got you an Inventor Green? Yeah, I mean, if you had it open and you could grab that Avern. Everybody ended up with Avern because of that, but, that was funny. That was funny. Take that off for a second, because what I really want is enough gold to get Jarlaxle up to his next gold find ability. Upgrade. Then we can put it back down on... There we go. Now we can put one back over here. Keep clicking on through. Actually, I'll just put this here and I'll level it up manually. Like Dragonbait before Azaka? Interesting. Seraphon before Okoria Rhea? Interesting. I don't know. You can do it however you want, but... I always like the power. I feel like there's a good power curve that you're gaining by making each of those the stops, and I always felt like I was being a little too hard on myself if I tried to skip stuff. Nice, Aggie Jazz. Yeah, I mean, clearly with the collection system, it's pointing out that I need to go back and do more patron variants for a couple patrons. I just kind of stopped. So it gives me a little green bar to fill in. Maybe that'll be enough to get me to do it. Probably not. Probably not. But who knows? Maybe. Like a feat with a golden border? Is that a legendary feat they're hunting out? I don't know, Moses. Again, I don't trust those. I don't trust pre-release screenshots. Just as a general rule. Just as a general rule. Doesn't mean it's not showing accurate information. I've just been around the block long enough to know that sometimes it doesn't show accurate information. I mean, I like functionality feats more than I like these, percentage feats, because I'll be honest, the percentage values just feel real small most of the time. And they've released a couple feats lately that are like huge, like that are where I think feats should be. Like, here's 400% damage to this champion. That's what I feel more like feats should be. If you're going to give multipliers, whereas 40% is like, so if they're going to create higher level feats like legendary feats, when they still have like epic feats that still say like 400%, feels like maybe they need to reevaluate that rating and make that one a legendary, right? I don't know. Valentine's 80% social life feat is no superpower. Yes, because it's a feat that supports a MOP ability, right? A mathematically overpowered ability. Because it applies pre-stack, it becomes super strong. Those they can leave, lower value because they're multiplying things at a base value that are then multiplying against themselves. But most of the time, if you're just giving a 40% buff to just a straight ability that isn't like it's either post-stack or doesn't stack at all, it doesn't really mean much. Doesn't really mean much. So, and then even all of those things at times, how powerful are they? How much have you invested in that item? Like, what's its base value, and how much are you increase? Like, and then that 40% can become a bigger thing. But specifically on MOP champions, those values, anything that's affecting the pre-stack, is going to be strong, just because that ability is mathematically overpowered. But every other ability in the game is then left feeling like bleh when you look at it and you're like, here, I just added 40% to it. So, unless it's like a speed effect, not really a big deal, right? Yeah, I like the ones that are like fun feats. I like fun feats. So things that are like they change the way you play the game. So, like Dynahair as a new champion. She has the adds plus 10 overwhelm to the tank line. That's a cool feat that couples with her ability, right? You've got champions that like extend their range on abilities when you add their feat. Yeah, and things that are funky and a little different like that change the way that the champion plays. I like those. Yeah, ones that provide a bud-based dot is nice because that supports quickly getting through hit-based or even armored things. If your bud is high enough, it'll get through armor as well. Those are neat too. Yeah. Night Dance Lover. It was an odd choice to have a feat on Human that basically was a speed potion, a constant multiplier to speed, like a little mini speed potion. That was weird. But, I felt like if you're going to do something like that, you shouldn't have put it on a champion that was already a speed champion. Right? They already have a speed effect. Why are you giving them another one? They're already one of the best speed champions of the game. Why are you making them even better? And to that point, Shandy's ones that changed how her speed ability trigger, those were fantastic additions. Have nothing to do with like overall power, right? So anything that's just increases functionality, I'm here for. Speed was even cooler if I had EO6 over them. None of that matters. Like, once you get to 100, anything over 100, pointless. Doesn't actually do anything. Like, functionally pointless. 100 overwhelm is the functional cap, because there can never be more than 100 enemies on the screen at once. So if you can get somebody to 100 overwhelm, which has already been possible and certain shenaniganry, then nothing else mattered. Yeah. Pokemon should have 3 different speed effects for no reason. If it's good enough for Melf, it's good enough for Hammerman. Well, Melf's rotates though, right? If that feat had changed Humon's speed ability to be more like a speed potion instead of to function like a speed potion instead of functioning as extra credit. Yeah. cool. Because then, man, I mean, that would really change a lot, because you would already have them super fast, but now they have item support, so they'd be a better version of Shandy. You could potentially just use them with Shandy and then use other extra credit champions, and then maybe not even have to use speed potions at all, like, or only use like mediums, like, to get 10x. I don't know, like, that would have been wild. That would have been wild. We get Briv to 85. So you used to be able to get, yeah, I can't check. With Freely's bonus, you used to be able to get over 100 with certain champions, but it might have been an Archon Artemis thing. It might have been an Archon thing. Artemis couldn't get it because he's not a tank. You have to be a tank. I think it might have been an Archon thing. I think it is. I think it's an Archon thing. I think Archon can get over 100 when Freely triggers. Although now, no, Dynahair can't work because it is the tank line itself. So Archon would be getting it. Does Artemis multiply Dynahairs positional? I haven't even checked because I don't use Artemis. He's not a tank though, but he could still get it. I kind of figured there'd be shenaniganry there. I didn't even test it. So. All right, Mr. Kunis. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out with me and these chickens. Remember, we only got to get a 75. We're already at 73 click damage, so we're guaranteed just to click through this thing. So EO7, into the EO7 favors lets you just easily click through Are You Chicken, so you don't have to deal with the restriction at all. As long as you got a familiar you can put on the field, and everybody should at least have 2 by the time you get to this point. Should have the Mage Hand for 250 and Guinevere for free. 124 gems. Which chicken is Phil? If they actually attacked and did damage, then we could call one of them Phil, but none of them do, so none of them are Phil. They're filler. Monster Masher, defeat 2.5 EO4 enemies. Nice. There's our 75. So anything else at this point is just bonus. I'm just going to level up Nyla just to give her some health. Get some shields out and some healing, just in case we actually have a boss try to smash us in the face. We want to laugh at it. We want to be able to laugh at it. But if you'll note, man, real close. So the damage we got here with that EO7 favor is better than what we need for the monster health. But man, if you come in with low favor, you're even with this number of because of the restricted number of champions, you end up really screwed. The only reason we're doing this good is because we have EO7 favor. Changelog up for Steam, iOS, Android, PlayStation, Xbox, cartridge, and Epic Games. Collections. Move the console UI premium toggle button. I don't care because it's console UI. Fixes. Added a button to reset filters in the gamepad UI. Again, I don't care. It's good for everybody that uses gamepad. Fix an issue with the selection not stopping at the last item when selecting boxes on the main gamepad UI. Fix an ordering issue when loading achievements that cause meta achievements to show as incomplete. Lurking Rider. Would that fix your issue? Would that fix your issue? With your, completing a certain number of achievements? Fix the case where free play adventures could appear in place of missing variants in the campaign specific sub panel. That's okay. Yeah, we were seeing that. That was that's if you come over here. Wait, no. If you come over here, it was showing. I can't show you, but it was showing free plays down here for some that don't have a third variant. This is going to be version 5.6.2, folks. Fixed a bug when opening collections without any owned equipment. Oh, interesting. Fixed a number of scroll panels leaking items outside of their bounds. Whoops. Removed unnecessary checkmark graphics from owned equipment. Okay. Unified number formatting in the equipment panel and fixed a layout issue. Okay. Added the total DPS buff amount to the achievement panel. Woo! Getting back to where we were before this all happened. Added tooltips to adventure rewards. Okay. Fixed an issue with a small number of achievement descriptions when displaying in the quest tracker. And a hotfix that already went out. Fixed a bug in the enemy panel that happened when trying to display an enemy that had no origin adventures. These enemies will no longer appear and will not be considered for progress. Nice. They did say they are trying to remove anything that makes it impossible to get to 100%. They want you to be able to get to 100% with the current content in the game. And then when they add new content, your numbers will drop. And then you'll have to go complete that stuff again. That was the design intention. How does it tell me? Do I have... Like, no, we're not going to let you. I can't tell if I have a update waiting or not for Idle Champions on Steam. I mean, on Epic. On Steam, it tells me, yes, there you have an update that you need to push. So I know that update is at least on Steam, folks. It's at least on Steam. But I can't tell if it's on Epic yet. I would have to just restart. We'll do that here in a second. We're about to finish this. We'll do right through it. Good. Ripped cube. Rip cube. All right. Continue. Does this mean they dropped a new bill on a Friday again? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Let me see. Is it gonna... It is downloading the update. Okay. But not on the CNE client. Did I say it was active on the CNE client? Hold on. That is not listed as a supported platform for this patch. Steam, iOS, Android, PlayStation, Xbox, cartridge, and Epic Games. Does not say CNE. Does not say CNE launcher. So, I don't know why you keep thinking that you're going to get patches. And other people do, but yeah, that's... Actually, honestly, I don't know why they can't. I don't know what their problem is. Oh my god, no. Oh no. I just triggered an epic achievement. Oh, I hate that. Okay. Let's go. Yes, here's the patch notes. Let's go over to collections. Did I complete anything? No. And I'm not really gonna... It said you get tooltips. Wow. That's your tooltip. Corrupted gems. I guess it is good to know what these are. Sure. Okay. And I have a quest tracker. Nope. Still can't have a quest tracker, though. Still can't have a quest tracker. Alright. So, we're going to complete this. We are done. Hey, I just completed Are You Chicken. That was that sound, folks.